Okay, so looking at this question, first thing off when we look at it, we see a bunch of fractions. So got to get you into your fraction working brain and knowing that this is calculator inactive and just going through this step by step and picking apart the pieces. Okay, so here we go. There's this baker who makes 2 cakes of the same size. So we know right here that they're going to make 2 cakes, and we've got to figure out what kind of cakes they are. Well, it says here that we've got chocolate cake and we've got a strawberry cake. So I'm going to take another piece of paper and I'm going to write here chocolate cake and draw a line down and say that's my chocolate cake and this is my strawberry cake. All right, so I've got 2 different kinds. It says at the end of the day, there was 2/3 of a chocolate cake left. So I'm going to write that here, that I've got 2/3 left. It's the information it gave me there. So 2/3 of that chocolate cake was left. There was 5/6 of the strawberry cake left. So I'm going to write up here 5/6 left of the strawberry. And that says it right there. So it says the baker divides the remaining chocolate cake into 2 equal pieces. So we're going to do that. We're going to take this 2/3 and we're going to break it down into 2 equal pieces. Well, I know that if I have 2/3 and if I broke it down into equal pieces, I know that I've got a 1/3 and 1/3, right? Because 1/3 plus 1/3 is going to make 2/3. And then it says they take the strawberry cake and divide that up into 3 equal pieces. So 3. And so I'm looking up here at 5/6, and this one's not quite as easy to break up into 3 pieces. Now 2/3, when I broke up into 2/3, that 2 split real easy, and I got 2 1s there. But I can't take 5 and break it up into 3 pieces without getting a decimal. So I'm thinking about how can I take this and scale it up so that I can end up with a decimal. I know that if I have 5, so that I don't end up with a decimal. If I have 5/6 and I want to break it up into thirds, then I can take this and I can multiply it by 3 on each side to get an equivalent fraction that becomes 5 times 3, which is 15, 6 times 3, which is 18. So right now I have not broken anything up into thirds. All I've done was taken my original 5/6 and scaled it up to become 15/18. These are equivalent fractions. Now I can take my 5/18 and I can now break that up into thirds. So those are going to be my 3 pieces. And I know that I'm still going to have an 1/18 of a piece at the bottom. But I'm going to take my 15 and I'm going to break that into thirds. And I can do that by taking 15 and divide by 3 and end up with 5/18, 5/18, and 5/18. 5/18 plus 5/18 plus 5/18 is going to give me 15/18. So I'm right back here where I started. Okay. So that slice is 5/18 of a strawberry cake. This slice is 1/3 of a chocolate cake. And then let's go back and read the question. Which cake flavor has the larger piece and by how much? First, let's look at this. I've got 5/18 and I've got 1/3. Really hard for me to judge when the denominators are different which one's larger. So I'm going to take my 1/3 and I'm going to scale it up so that it has a denominator of 18. I know 3 times 6 gives me 18. So I'm going to take 1, multiply it by 6 to get 6/18. And now I know 1/3, 6/18 are equivalent. And now it's much easier for me to compare 6/18 to 5/18. And I know that the chocolate cake is bigger than the strawberry cake, right? The 6/18 is bigger than 5/18. I know that chocolate cake is bigger by 1/18 because 6/18 minus 5/18 gives me 1/18. Right? If I took chocolate cake and I subtracted strawberry cake, I end up with a difference of 1/18. Who is this? The 1/18 is the chocolate. So come in here, chocolate Which of the flavor is larger? The chocolate is larger by 1/6 of a cake. Not the strawberry. Strawberry is not the larger one. And then as well, these ones are wait a minute. I almost made a mistake there. Okay. The chocolate cake is larger by 1/18. I almost just circled the chocolate cake is larger by 1/6 because I was just seeing it first off and just going for it. So paying attention to detail here, Miss H. Chocolate cake is larger, but not by 1/6. The chocolate cake is larger by 1/18 because that's what it says right there. Chocolate cake is larger by 1/18. There you go. And there's that work there.